Buy cheap and safe NBA 2K22 MT at NBA2King.com. You can use code Excapar, that's EXCAPAR, for 5% off your entire purchase. Alright, so before I do the best cards tier list, I decided to do all of the Galaxy Opals, just have some fun with that. So we have the best of the best. Demon, Baby Demon, pretty damn solid, and worst of the best. Just having some fun with it and ranking all of them at the Opal tier. The best cards tier list, though, will be coming tomorrow. And if you want to check out our positional tier list, those will be linked in the description down below. So you can check out those, have some fun, point guards, 2 centers, and just have some fun. Anyway, well, we have all the Galaxy Opals. And remember, this isn't to say that, like, the Galaxy Opals are terrible. Like, worst of the best just means you're worst of the best tier in 2K, which still isn't too bad. So, if your favorite card is a little bit lower ranked, it's all good. Remember, these are all personal opinion. Also hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Anyway, I'll show you guys the worst of the best here first, and I only have 3 cards here, and that's Opal Zion Williamson, Opal Tony Parker, and Opal Terry Cummings. So I think Zion just doesn't really have anything that's going for him at the power forward position that really is too special. I think there's a lot of guys at the power forward that you would just rather use, even at the pink diamond, the diamond, amethyst tier even. Hell, I still run the free pink diamond Carmelo Anthony that we got from season 1 out there at the power forward position. That I just don't really think Zion's going to be doing too crazy. And that's not to say that he's terrible. I still think that this Zion is a good card. I just don't think that out of the grand scheme of Opals, I'm picking him up. And same thing kind of goes with Tony Parker. I don't think that he's a bad, point guard per se. I do think Tony Parker is actually solid. It's just, having to go through the draft mode and do all that crazy stuff for a card that is a non-dunking, undersized point guard just doesn't really seem too worth it to me. He is a good playmaker, can play some alright defense, he can shoot a little bit, and he's good at slashing. He just can't really dunk, and I think one of the things that saves shorter PGs is having good defense and being able to, get up there and dunk. It just helps them a lot better considering how easy it is to block layups this year. It's my personal opinion, and that's how it is. And the last one is Terry Cummings. And I think Terry Cummings is again, another solid card. I think all the Opals are actually pretty solid. But the thing with Terry Cummings is at 6'9", again, playing that power forward position, he just has jump shot 36, and it is so slow. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so easy to contest. Doesn't come with, sniper or blinders or deadeye or anything like that to really help him out. And capitalize. Also doesn't come with clamps as a base on the card. Also doesn't come with post rise. Just like, there's a lot of badges you have to add, especially as a guy who's supposed to be a crazy finisher. Not having post rise, limitless takeoff, it kind of hurts him a little bit. But I think all around, he's a good card. I just don't, again, see a lot of people using him just because there's so many things you have to do to him. It's really making him that top tier viable position. And starting in the pretty damn solid still tier, we have Paul Pierce, Michael Jordan, Baron Davis, and Luka Doncic. Now, with a lot of these guys, I think that they're, again, all solid Opals, a step up from my worst of the best, but still not insane. You know what I mean? Like, Paul Pierce is good, but I think the one thing that holds Paul Pierce back is having that quick dribble style, or not having his jumper on quick. Like, that's the thing that really hurts Paul Pierce. He does have the quick dribble style, which is nice. He does have his Paul Pierce jumper, but it's just a bit slow. It's easy to contest, and he's not, like, crazy when it comes to finishing your defense, but he's supposed to be, like, a good shooter kind of thing. I just think Paul Pierce is good, but they really needed to give him that quick jumper to really move him up. And I think if they did that, you could move him up a tier or two, which is solid, but right now, it's kind of tough. So a dark matter Pierce probably will be nice later in the year. Michael Jordan is, again, kind of tough. That slasher dribble style isn't great for Michael. I don't know why 2K always struggles this, but we have 2 players that are considered, the GOAT almost by some people. Some people consider it Jordan, some people consider it LeBron. But it seems like, they're never super crazy until, like, end of the year. Whenever we get those PG LeBrons and whenever we get, a GOAT Michael Jordan who has all 99 stats. And I feel like we just have to find a way to do that. Because this Jordan with that slasher dribble style just really is not hitting, like a Michael Jordan card should, if we're being honest. Doesn't have his jumper on quick, has mediocre dribbling. He just doesn't really feel like a Jordan card on the court, aside from defense. He's an amazing defensive card. But I don't know, that's just my personal opinion. I think we need to start doing some things to make this Jordan better, even if it's just, making him 2K cheese. But all around, I do think he's solid, just nothing, out of this world. Baron Davis is an amazing card on paper, but then you look at his dribble style and you realize that it really just isn't all that. If they were to make one simple change with this Baron Davis, take his base dribble style and make it, Damian Lillard, just like that, because he has the Lillard jumper on quick already, but take that, base dribble style, even give him his Baron Davis dribble style, which I think is in the game, or Damian Lillard, and boom, you instantly change up how great this, Opal Baron Davis is, because he's already a great shooter, he's a great finisher, especially at attacking the basket, he has really solid defense, and he's a good playmaker. He just doesn't have a good dribble style, which you really kind of need for a PG, which is pretty tough, especially considering he's undersized. I wish there was a little something added, considering you also can't add brick wall. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing for me. And then Luka Doncic, I think, is really good. Honestly, probably the best card in this tier. And I started out with him in the Baby Demon, but I eventually moved him down because I think I had a lot of forwards. But with Luka, there's one, I think, nagging issue, and that's just his release isn't for everybody. I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just, it's not for everybody. He's 6'7" with a 6'8" wingspan. I personally don't think Luka's jumper's that bad. He's an amazing shooter with it. He does have pretty solid defense, but again, he has that base dribble style. It's just not really, you know, amazing for dribbling around. I think that even having, I don't know if they have the Luka Doncic dribble style, but even having something like that, or even just a slasher dribble style would be a little bit better to feel, you know, like he was moving a little bit better, because I think his other animations are solid. It's just that dribble style really ain't too hot. But as like a kind of a 3-and-D guy, he is really, really solid. But again, I don't really feel like I could have moved a guy up to Baby Demon for the Opal tier. When he has a release, that's either hit or miss for a lot of people. Starting off with our Baby Demon tier, we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who again isn't in the game, but again, by the time I do the next, you know, round of my tier list, I don't think Shai will have already been out for a while, so I won't make a tier list when he's freshly out into the game. It's just, you know, how it works. I'll probably have maybe like a top 10 list, who knows. I try to keep those out updated. But with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's a really good 6'6" PG. And that's really what you're going to get out of him. He does have that slasher dribble style. He essentially is another version of the LaMelo Ball, if you guys have used that card. Really good, honestly. I like LaMelo and I like Shai. I actually think LaMelo is slightly better stats-wise, and then Shai's slightly better, I think, badge-wise. But what you get with Shai is really good defense, really good playmaking, really good slashing with a jumper that's a bit baited. And that's still a really solid card, especially when he's, you know, 6'6", is a 6'11" wingspan, so all around pretty solid. If you use LaMelo Ball or wanted to use LaMelo Ball and just, you never got the opportunity, try out Shai. You're the beast. Next up is my man Jason Tatum, and the reason that everybody loves this Tatum, everybody's been going out of their way to, you know, hunt the playoff push rewards to get Tatum, is because he has jump shot 107 on quick. It is one of the biggest green window and easiest to time jumpers. It is stupid fast, and I absolutely love it for that. Plus, Tatum has crazy good defense. He does have the base dribble style, so his playmaking isn't too crazy, but he's also a great finisher. All around Tatum is great. It's just, if we had, you know, the quick dribble style on Tatum, I think that would move him up into the best of the best tier like instantly, so I kind of understand why they did it. You know, want to save him because he is a free card, but this Tatum as just a 3-and-D cone is the best that we have in the game right now. Next up is Ja Morant, 6'3", absolutely amazing. And again, I wish he got his jumper on quick, but I understand, you know, balancing issues and stuff with that. But Ja Morant is still an absolute demon. He's essentially a Paul George that's shrunk a little bit and can play PG, and it's absolutely amazing. He has some of the best animations of the game. You know, the shifty dribble style, the D-Rose signature combo, absolutely amazing, and has the Kobe Bryant size up escape. You mix those three together, and it's going to be a good time. Also with that long athlete layup package and a decent, you know, defensive tendencies. Solid all-around defender for a 6'3" guy, just going to get pupped a bit because he has a low strength. Same thing goes with my man Donovan Mitchell, a great undersized PG. If you're going to use undersized PG, these are two of the best to give it a shot out with. And Donovan Mitchell's great thing is the fact that he's a solid all-around defender for his height, including his 79 interior, which is awesome. And the dude is a godly finisher and has a 97 speed and a 6'10 wingspan, despite being 6'1". Also, the shifty dribble style is great. I love jump shot 4 personally, but it is a little bit slow. Same thing with the Paul George one, which is why it'd be nice if they were on quick. If they were on quick, we could definitely move them up into Demon tier. But I think as they are with just their, you know, normal release timings, Baby Demon is solid enough for them. Next up is my man Dennis Rodman, the best defender really in the game right now. Like, Dennis Rodman is that guy on defense, but he has one of the most baited jumpers in the game, so I couldn't move him up any higher. I love this Dennis Rodman, honestly, because I use a similar card in Marisa Lucas, who just locks it down on defense and trust. When you have a card like that on the court that can literally stop anybody, it's always a good time. Next up is Danny Granger. Jump shot 29 is absolutely insane, honestly, and it's another case of he is really good at everything, just has, you know, a base dribble style, isn't really going to be moving too much by himself, but when it comes to just being a pure cone, he is absolutely insane at it and is a super fun card. Plus, jump shot 29 is just so easy to time that you gotta love having it on anybody, honestly. Next up is my man Chris Bosh, one of the best shooting big men in the game. Also really good post guy, has some solid enough defense and rebounding. It can finish pretty well. He is a good, you know, all-around power forward center. I just don't think he's like best of the best, but he is damn solid. Next up is my man Antoine Jamison. He's got the Brook Lopez base, and it's just, again, another all-around pretty good card that lacks a decent, you know, dribble style to really feel crazy. Again, he's got the base dribble style, but the Brook Lopez base is always going to be solid. You mix that with some pretty good defense all across the board. You know, he can play inside, he can play out, you know, because he is a power forward and a small forward. He plays both of those perfectly. I personally prefer him as a power forward, and he's got great, finishing, but please give him a posterizer and a sniper, and then boom, you get a pretty damn good all-around Antoine Jameson. And last but not least is going to be Andre Iguodala, one of the best defending two guards in the game. That's what saves Iggy, is that he can play that two-guard position. The dude just has crazy good defense. His Iggy jumper on quick is absolutely insane, and the slasher dribble style isn't too horrible on Iggy. All around, it's actually pretty damn solid. If you want to just stay straight, defensive slasher that can still hit threes, Iggy is your guy, although he is collect level, and I'm nowhere near. Starting off the baby demon tier, we have my man Stephen Curry. The Stephen Curry jumper on quick is just crazy. His dribble style is great. The Curry slide is absolutely amazing. Not nearly as cheesy as it was last year, but it's still a good move to have in your arsenal to have some fun with. And when it comes to just pure, play shot ability, Steph Curry is just that dude out there. Although, he's probably one of the easiest point guards to pup in the paint. Just easy drop steps, and then boom, you got your buckets. Next up is my man Pascal Siakam, just the perfect jack of all trades power forward. Jump shot 75 is good, albeit a little bit slow, but Pascal Siakam can run that kind of secondary ball handler role where he can play make a bit for you. He can play in the post, still finish well. He can still shoot the occasional three, although you have to be a little bit more open. And he is a all-around super versatile defender that can guard 1 through 5 and do damn well at it. 100% you got to go out in clutch time and get your 100 wins for Pascal Siakam because the dude's just an all-around demon. Next up is Yao Ming, and this one was a tough one because I wanted to keep my Demons tier relatively simple. I only have 4 cards up in the Demons tier, and I just thought the Yao Ming was worse than the center that I have in the Opal tier, which you guys can probably guess. And I thought that Opal center was better than Yao Ming just simply because he's a bit faster, he's a bit better on defense. But overall, Yao is still crazy good. I just don't think he's the best, card. 7'6", 7'9" wingspan, you gotta love that. The dude is a great playmaker in the post, but you have to add unstrippable and giant or posterizer to really, capitalize on it. He can be a solid enough shooter with a 93 midi and a 73 3-point shot. He's money from the midi, but again, you have to add sniper to really capitalize on that. And I would also add a die personally. That's just me. And then is obviously going to be a menace at just defending in the paint because he is so tall, sets big body screens. He's just a bit slow. 68 speed, 68 acceleration isn't exactly ideal for Yao. Give him, a speed with ball or a speed and acceleration shoe just to make him a little bit faster out there, and I think we'll be having a good time. But all around, Yao's good. He's just a slow center. Next up is my man Maurice Lucas, my favorite card in the game right now, just because this guy plays such good defense. Same thing. The same reason that you would use Dennis Rodman is the same reason that you're going to be using Maurice Lucas. The defense is just absolutely insane. He's essentially just a better, juiced-up Draymond Green that has the shifty dribble style and the Scottie Pippen behind the back, playing your power forward center. Jump shot 12, which is that Draymond Green jumper, is pretty solid. Add a catch and shoot and a sniper onto him, and it really becomes great. On my Maurice Lucas, I added a catch and shoot, sniper, and deadeye for his 3 shooting badges to really move that up. I gave him a quick first step and a posterizer, and my Maurice Lucas is an absolute demon because he sells a 70 shot 3, which is good enough to time anything. Has an 89s on the speed, is crazy all around on defense, rebounds everything, plays on the post, dunks on people. Maurice Lucas is my favorite card right now, honestly, and I've got a decent squad. Next up is LeBron James. I think we all kind of know it. LeBron James is that jack of all trades guy who's just good at everything. I will say his dribble style isn't the most insane, but his layup package is actually kind of good this year. I don't know what it is. I hated it in the past, 2-3 2Ks, but this year is actually not bad. And you still get amazing slashing, really good defense with LeBron. He can obviously play make really well. And I've seen a lot of people use him as their primary ball handler and scorer and still work well. Like, LeBron just really can do anything that you need him to do, which is always good. Next up is my man Klay Thompson, just one of the best, just run around screens guy and chuck up threes that we have in the game, and you gotta love him for that. Plus the card art is beautiful. Love the headband Klay. 6'6", 6'9" wingspan. The dude's just crazy. Honestly, the best 3-and-D shooting guard that we have in the game, aside from maybe one guy that we'll see for the Demons tier. The only thing that's tough about Klay is he's not the most insane finisher. Like, he can get to the basket, he can finish, but without posterizer, he doesn't do it as consistently as you'd want. But, with how good he is on playing defense and just chucking up threes with his Klay Thompson on quick base and the shifty dribble style and that D-Wade combo, yeah, it's going to be a good time. Next up is my man Kevin Durant, just a pure bucket getter, man. KD with the shifty, it's a good time. Plus, this Kevin Durant actually got really solid all-around defense, so he's just a good defender on top of being a great shooter, a good slasher, a good playmaker, just all around. This KD's a beast. Next up is my man DeMar DeRozan, who is a Tracy McGrady that can play the small forward, power forward, which is always good. He has that shifty dribble style, has the Trey Burke base, which is always great, although it's on the normal timing, and he's a pretty solid all-around defender. The only thing that's tough about this DeMar DeRozan, I'm looking at him, but I forgot his name, is he is missing like a few badges here and there that you would kind of like him to have, like quick first step, for example. He doesn't have out there. He doesn't have interceptor or intimidator, defensive badges that you would really want your small forward to have, and only has a 60 interior defense. But having the trade break base with Hall of Fame sniper and Hall of Fame posterizer along with the shifty dribble style is pretty great. Once you add, quick first step, maybe a downhill on that, you'll be perfectly fine with how his DeMar DeRozan plays. He's a beast. And for a free card, he's amazing. Last but not least in our demon tier is going to be Chris Paul. This glitch CP3 is crazy, crazy, crazy good. I mean, especially as far as Chris Paul cards go, I mean, it's a W. Some people have debated, whether or not he's better than Allen Iverson, who I'm noticing I actually don't have on the list, so I'll put him on there at the end. He's not showing up on 2KDB in the list, so that's who I'm realizing I forgot, so I'll add him eventually. But with Chris Paul, he's actually really good. Glitch CP3 got glitched up finishing, so he can actually dunk on everybody. 95 driving, has Hall of Fame posterizer, and has crazy tendencies. And then he keeps the fact that he's a good shooter, a great playmaker, and actually an insanely good defender. And he has 97s in the speed. His CP3 base isn't too bad, and they gave him his release on quick. Chris Paul is actually a god. Okay, so because I forgot it earlier, boom, there's Allen Iverson. I'm actually going to shrink him down. And now I think I'm going to put Allen Iverson down here in this baby demon tier, equal with Ja Morant and Donovan Mitchell. Just because Allen Iverson is great, but he is 6 foot. He does have that trade break base. He's a great dribble style. He has great dribbling animations. But somebody like Chris Paul, I think, is just slightly better than him. So I'm going to put Chris Paul up there. You also could put Ja if you wanted to. But I think I like this how it is. I think Chris Paul is above these three guys. That's how we're going to do it. Anyway, we can finish off with the Demons tier, but we start off with the best center in the game right now in Joel Embiid. I just think he's just slightly better than Yao. Jump shot 47, I think, is pretty equal with set shot 8. Set shot 8 maybe a little bit slower. But overall, I don't think it's that big of a difference that you really have to flip out about it. But, all around, really damn solid. And what you get with Joel Embiid is crazy good defense. Like, crazy good defense. Has really solid tendencies aside from his foul. Really good shooter. His post game is absolutely insane. He has 85s in the speed, which you gotta love compared to a Yao Ming. And he comes to quick for step downhill. I had to give the love to Joel Embiid. I just think he's slightly better than Yao. Next up is still probably the best shooting guard in the game, and is Reggie Lewis. I mean, this guy's crazy. Reggie Lewis is that card every single year that just changes a little bit, but is always really good. And I like seeing him out here in 2K. I really wish that the wheel in clutch time would stop, trolling me, just give me Reggie already. But Reggie, I think, is one of the few cards that I've seen with 99 offense and 99 defense. Is 6'7", 6'8" wingspan, has the Kemba Walker jumper on quick, shifty style, and the D-Rose combo with the Scottie Pippen behind the back. Has great tendencies in defense, like 98 pass interception, 98 on ball steal, 98 contest shot, 98 block shot, and 0 in charge, foul, and hard foul. It is crazy, and those Kemba dribbling moves and jumper is absolutely insane. Insane dunker, insane shooter, great playmaker, great defender. Reggie Lewis, best of the best. Next up is Giannis. I mean, it's Giannis who can shoot. Luckily, he can't get limited spot or anything cheesy like that. But this Giannis, he's good. He's good because he can actually play the small forward and the power forward this time. Luckily, he can't get dead eye, sniper, blinders, shaft, limitless spot, or anything crazy like that. So he's kind of limited a bit. But what this Giannis really is going to be is one of the best all-around defenders. He's going to be lightning quick at 94 speed for a 6'11" guy, and he's going to be one of the best finishers in the game. So he's still up there in the best of the best. And last but not least is going to be Anthony Davis. Just seriously crazy good. I personally think 80's jumper is one of the easiest to time in the entire game. I don't know what it is. I just don't miss with 80's jumper. It's just money for me. And you mix that with being one of the best, defending, shooting, and finishing bigs in the game, along with having Hall of Fame quick first step at an 87 speed at 6'10" to play the center. Yeah, the brow is a menace in 2K, and I'm throwing him in the best of the best. So that wraps up our Opals tier list. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. If you guys did enjoy, let me know down in the comments as well. Hit the like button. Let me know if you guys move some guys up, move some guys down, and all that wonderful stuff in between. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.